Hi, this is Rory from We Got This Catering, and today we'll be preparing some slow braised pork cutlet with Cornwell's apple cider vinegar. So what we need is some Cornwell's apple cider vinegar in a saucepan, some star anise, and a little bit of caster sugar as well. Reduce that by half and let the star anise infuse into the glaze. Now we're making a rhubarb and cranberry jelly. Take off the ends and the leaves of all the rhubarb. Cut the rhubarb into 1 centimetre long pieces. Soak our gelatin in some chilled water. Now we're just adding our cranberry juice to a saucepan, our rhubarb, and sherry vinegar. We'll just bring that to the boil. After about 8 to 10 minutes, once the rhubarb is soft, grab your gelatin, squeeze out any excess water, put the gelatin leaves into the rhubarb mixture, whisk it in. Once all the gelatin is dissolved, just pour it onto a pre-greased tray and place it in the fridge for later use. And now I'm going to make the Parmesan biscuit. What we need is flour, some softened butter, break this up with our hands and mix the butter into the flour. Add our Parmesan, just mix that nicely through. At this stage you can turn it out onto your chopping board and just knead it a little bit and just let it rest for about half an hour. Here we have a pork cutlet. I've already taken the bone out of it. Right now we just have to score it. Just try and get a little bit more flavour into that fat. Just a little bit of sea salt. And now we're just going to drizzle some of this apple cider glaze over the top. Now this goes into the oven at 70 degrees for 1 hour. We're just going to bake our Parmesan biscuits. So first of all, just get some baking paper into a tray. What we want to do is just dot the biscuit mixture just around the tray. So we're just going to cook these biscuits at 170 degrees for 13 minutes. Now we're just going to make the pasta dough. So here we have 1 cup of flour, 1 whole egg, and 1 egg yolk. So I'm just going to slowly work that in, just with my fingers. And then just adding a little bit of water. And then going to turn the dough out onto the bench and start kneading. And once that's been kneaded, placing that in the fridge for 1 hour. And now it's time to roll it. Break this dough in half, get it into a rough shape that's going to fit in the pasta machine. Go to the thickest setting, and then we take it through again. So now what we need to do is laminate the pasta. So we're just creating extra layers and strengthen the gluten. And then repeat that process 7 times. So now the pasta's been rolled out, I can cut it out. So just using a round mold, pushing down, just putting a little bit of flour down on the bench, just so the little rounds of pasta don't stick. Now just filling the pasta with this goat's cheese. Just taking a little bit of water on my finger, wetting one side of them. And then folding one side over the other, pressing at the top, just so the pasta sticks together, moving any air bubbles out, and then folding them around. Now we're just gonna blanch these tortellini for about 2.5 minutes. And place them in this bowl with a little bit of olive oil, just so they don't stick together in a bowl. I'm just going to take the leaves off these Brussels sprouts. Now I'm just going to add a bit of butter to this saute pan. Just going to place the Brussels sprout leaves in. And just toss them around a little bit. And now these Brussels sprout leaves are done, just going to put them back into the bowl. Just going to season these Brussels sprout leaves with a tiny bit of pepper and a bit of flake salt as well. So our hour's up and our pork's been in here at 70 degrees, and now to plate. We're just going to take our rhubarb gel and we're just going to cut some circles out of it. And then we're just going to take this re-glazed pork cutlet and just dabbing in this glaze that's on the tray here. Put that down. Put 3 of these goat's cheese tortellinis around, some of these Brussels sprout leaves, and then to finish, just going to crumble some of this Parmesan biscuit over the top of the pork. So there you have it. That's our slow braised pork cutlet with apple cider vinegar. This is a good one for us to do, just really exhibits our abilities as chefs. Even though we're in catering, we can still make things look good.